All right, today we're gonna start off by making a marinade for a grilled chicken. And then after that, we're gonna be working on a roasted winter vegetable. So the first step is to make the marinade for the grilled chicken, which consists mainly of garlic, lemon zest, and parsley with some oil and black pepper. The recipe calls for 2 chopped cloves. So we're gonna make sure that we get the tips off of it, and then we can just start cutting. All right, clean off this garlic a little.
Just go ahead and evaporate it again.
All right, well, while cutting the garlic, you wanna make sure it's nicely chopped. And as you can see, it likes to move around, so you want to keep it in contained areas so that you can easily get to it. All right, once that's a little chopped, and you don't have to really worry about how fine it is because you're going to be chopping it up with other vegetables still. Cut it a little coarse because we're going to be cutting the lemon zest and the parsley with it. Make a nice little marinade. Now, to make a lemon zest, you easily just peel off the lemon. It's really just easy. Get a peeler and peel away. As I said, you don't have to worry about zesting the whole thing, just a good portion of it. Now for the marinade, it does call for the whole. So, there you go. That with the garlic, and it calls for 1/4 of a cup of parsley, which is very fluffy, so you just want to cut into it. Cut off a little bit of it. Now parsley, you have to be careful because you will easily overdo it, but I mean, it's an easy flavor to get rid of, so. And then you want to combine them all and just go at it. Now you want to make sure to put your hand on the French knife to make sure you can guide it along as you cut it. Make sure you have a good grip too. All right. Mix it up a little to make sure you can get all the pieces you need to be as fine as you want it. Now remember, this is going to be for the marinade, so less expensive and taste about the same. So especially when you're just marinating, it's just get a little of the flavor into it. And then you're going to want a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper into it.
Okay. Sorry about the lateness, guys, but let's see if you get your stuff done in an hour and 15 minutes. So that we should give it a whole hour for you to do your cups, okay?
All right. And then there's your marinade.
All that fun stuff, okay?
Now I'm going to go check on the chili.
Why would you not put it under hot water? Oh, because it's water.
All right. And there's that. I'm going to wrap these and put them in the refrigerator to make sure that they have a nice marinade to it. Well, today we're also going to be doing the winter roast vegetables, in which we're going to have to peel and cut into about 1 inch, but I'm also going to make a few nicer cuts. So we're going to want to start by peeling all of our vegetables. which is really nice when you have one of these because you can just go up and down and it'll peel through everything. Layer of the actual shallot because sometimes they're unpleasant looking. You want to make sure you get all the dirt and all the bad parts that you really don't want to be using in a roast off. All right, cut that down. Make sure to use the tip. Now I'm more comfortable with using the paring knife, so I'm going to continue doing that. We're just going to continue to chop up everything, make sure they're all beautiful. I mean, as I said, they don't have to be perfect, but we are looking for as close as we can. All right, and this, just kind of, I'll just cut these through. Nice cut in which, as I said, make sure you keep your knuckles up so that you don't cut your fingers off. That is just a bad day for everybody. Simple cut with that. Just to kind of get this out of the way. Then we'll be mincing the rest of them, but let's just get this really done. It'll give you a nice little teary eye, but I mean, just make sure you're not touching your face. The acidity will get right into your eye, and that'll just hurt. All right, so this is what it's gonna look so far. We haven't gotten all the ingredients in there. We have to get the butternut squash and the celery root. But that squash is beautifully in front of us. So I'm gonna start off that right now. Just get a knife. Now this is also a harder vegetable that you're gonna just want to cut off on both ends. And then pretty good there. Try to, doesn't have to be pretty or anything like that. All right, I mean, as you can see, it's just so bright. Give a great feeling, especially if this is a winter meal for you. I mean, we'll talk about a great way of getting out of that winter and force then your tip. You can get a lot more weight behind it, which will then cut right through it. Simple, easy. Let's cut that. Let's go with that. Talk about a great way of getting out of that winter funk in a nice cooked meal. So, all right. Just kind of get this all done quickly. All right, now that we have all of the vegetables cut and ready, which if you can tell, they're just beautiful colors, finally came out to the way we want. We're gonna throw a little olive oil onto it. And then we're gonna hand toss it really quickly just to make sure it gets on everything. Keep everything nice and moist while we're cooking them. All right, now we have that done. Grab this. I'm going to be sprinkling and adding a half a teaspoon of pepper. Onto it. Just need a little more there. There we go. All right. Then 3/4 teaspoons of tarragon. So we're gonna go 1/4. Oh, actually, it was thyme. I'm sorry, not tarragon. Thyme. All right. 3. And 3 again of coarse salt. I like using kosher or sea salt. Sea salt's the best. Definitely has a better flavor than kosher or iodinized. I would probably stay away from iodine if at all possible. Then you want to make sure everything is covered and seasoned nicely. In order to do it, I like to use my hands. Some people like to use spoons. I mean, these are getting roasted, which means they're going to be cooked up to temperature so that you don't really have to worry about it. So, all right, once that's nicely tossed, where did I put we're going to want to pour these onto a baking sheet, making sure to get them all out. Oiled up and everything. Then you want to spread them out, making sure so that everything can get about the same amount of heat. Right. There we go. Now that looks like it's going to be awesome. All right. Okay. Now we're going to want to stick these in at 375 for about 45 minutes. And then once those are done, you can plate your, put them on your plate, nice and pretty looking. And then throw the chicken on top, and once that's done, we'll be all set. So I'm gonna start getting the chicken ready soon and to cook. And with that done, it'll be perfect timing to have a nice meal. All right, as you can see, these vegetables have been roasted and they look delicious. And then we'll grab a few of these, throw it on our plate. Grab a good amount. All right. Throw like that. All right. Put that like that. Then we're gonna grab this, slowly slice up the chicken that I just finished. Looks delicious. Alright, let's just grab the best pieces of the ones I did. Alright. Throw one more piece right there. Alright. Grab one more piece. Actually, we'll just keep it like that. Simple, easy. Looks great. And then that would be your grilled chicken with a roasted winter vegetables. Simple, easy, takes a little time to prep, but then once it comes out, it's beautiful. Thank you very much for coming. I hope you enjoyed the presentation.